First John 2, verse 28. And now, little children, abide in him, so that when he appears, we may have confidence and not shrink from him in shame at his coming. The word little children, this shows that John is their pastor. This is a term of endearment. This is a term of love and affection towards his flock. We've talked about that numerous times at this point in this epistle. Notice a couple of things here that are pointed out from the apostle. Number one is that when Jesus appears, that he is Jesus. And so when Jesus appears, what's he talking about here? He's talking clearly about the second coming of Christ. And the word when in some translations is maybe translated if, and that's a conditional idea, but this is not a conditional sentence. So it's a Greek word that is often used to be the word if, but the ESV does a good job here when it uses the word when, because there is certainty in the idea, not if. It's not an idea that we hope this might happen, but there is a certainty of Jesus's appearance. That is the second coming of Christ. It's going to be an all of a sudden instantaneous appearance. It is not a gradual coming on, but it is an appearance, an actual bodily appearance of Jesus Christ. And John is saying that when that happens, we as believers, Christians, the church, we want to have confidence, right? We want to be sure when we stand before him. We want to stand before Jesus at the second coming of Christ with boldness and with confidence. And we do not want to shrink. We do not want to scale back and cower like you can almost see the small dog before its master after it's done something wrong or shameful. The word shame is here. We don't want to be like that. We don't want to shrink back. We don't want to stand in fear and cower, but rather we want to stand in confidence at the appearance of Christ at his second coming. So the question then is, how do we do that? And John points us to the verb here, and the verb is abide. This is the command here. This is the imperative verb. This is the word abide. We are to abide in him. And who is the him? Again, it's Jesus, right? So we abide in Christ. And automatically, if you're familiar with the Gospels and with the New Testament at all, automatically our minds go to John 15, really verses 1 through um, about verse 9 or 10 on John 15, where Jesus begins that by saying, I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. In verse 4, he says, abide in me, and I in you. He goes on to say that apart from me, you can do nothing. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he is the one that bears much fruit. And so there's several ideas there, but the idea is simply to dwell in or to live in, or we could maybe even use the word stay in. So dwell in Jesus, live in Jesus, stay in Jesus, and there's an overarching word here, or doctrine here, that we have brought up a couple of times before, but it's good to bring it up again. And this doctrine is what we call perseverance. So the perseverance of the saints, or another way of putting that might be eternal security. And so that the idea is that at the end times, at the second coming of Jesus, we will stand confidence. We will be his, because we've abided in him and he's abided in us. He has kept us safe in him, eternally secure. That, my friends, is a promise that we can hold on to, and gives us great joy, and great hope, and ultimately great confidence.